there a part of you now that says, wait, I want to do one more?
No, it's time to finish now. It's like it's done.
It's time to live.
Yeah, it's time to live, exactly. This has been 16, nearly 17 years of my life. I've always had a plan in my head about these movies, and I've always tried to sort of instigate that plan as much as possible. I was incredibly fortunate to be able to sort of keep a narrative going through them. We thought about making standalone movies, and then we went, you know what, let's just link it. It's too good, it's too interesting. And this movie feels like the culmination of all of that.
I thought that Spectre was his last
Yeah,
film.
because I told them.
Yeah. So I was surprised and very happy actually that he made this one, and happy to be back, of course.
When her secret finds its way out, it'll be the death of you.
You get the phone call. Hey, we want you. Come on board. What goes through your mind?
It was more like, hey, we're going to talk to you, but you don't necessarily have the job yet. I had a meeting with Barbara and Michael G. Wilson and Greg Wilson at Barbara's house on the Upper East Side here in New York. About 2 weeks after, I think Danny Boyle dropped out. And you kind of buzz the door and you're like, I have no idea what I'm going to say. I don't have a pitch. You know, thankfully they were very warm, and we sat down and we just kind of discussed what they were trying to do with the movie, and I threw out my ideas that I thought might be interesting, and that led to another meeting with Daniel, and then a few more meetings, and about a month later, full-on story meetings. And then Michael G. Wilson turns to me one day, and he says, so, you want to do it? And I was like, well, I thought I was doing it at this point. We've been meeting for like a month. Thought we were writing the screenplay. No, but it was great. It was great to have that, it'd be so casual, you know what I mean? It was great that it was just like, are we doing this? Yes, we're doing this.
I just want to be a little tidier.
So you get a phone call, a villain of all villains. What goes through your head?
I guess an essence of disbelief, but mostly just sheer joy and thrill.
What's it like getting that phone call? We want you in James Bond.
I didn't get a call for a James Bond movie. I got a call for an untitled movie. So then finally getting to realize that it was a James Bond movie, and her name's Nomi, by the way, and she's a 00 agent, by the way, was just like the gift just kept on giving.
I met your new 00. She's a disarming young woman.
I get why you shot him.
To provide something that is special to me, my culture, to women, really teach men about women's strength and women's vulnerability and how they are synonymous. It just felt like a humbling experience to even be auditioning.
Ben Whishaw said to me that he thinks that the franchise probably needs some sort of radical makeover to keep it relevant, to keep it now. Do you agree?
I think it'd be very, very hard to just start up, right after Daniel leaves and have it be, a special or to even differentiate itself. I think, first of all, Daniel's version of Bond is my favorite, and I think he really raised the bar in terms of humanity, and I don't know what you do to follow that, to make it as relevant or as interesting, or even how do you address the things that people are asking for. I, thankfully, will never have to make that decision.
Yeah, I think it's happening. We look at all the changes we've seen in our industry. I mean, we've taken radical steps forward. There's still a long road to go down this path. And, I know you've seen the movie. I would say that there are already some radical changes. You have some really intelligent, badass, strong female characters who elevate the film beyond any of the female characters I think we've seen in the past. I think there will be vast leaps as to where we should go and can go. That's the world we're living in, and we should strive for that.
I think the world has been ready for so much from cinema, for years. But then when you are like this, Nomi exists in a James Bond movie, and the reaction to her, and it hasn't even come out worldwide yet, from the trailer alone is incredible. Honestly, incredible. So I just feel really proud to have worked with producers who have been radical in their thinking and have pushed the boundaries and pushed the envelope and put me in that position where I'm able to tell a narrative that's really important to me and black women and young people. So much is being ticked with this that I think we're ushering into the new era already. So I have no worries about that.
Do you want to direct another one?
Maybe, but it's definitely not something that I'm clamoring for. I think it's in my lifetime. In the finite time I have to make movies and TV shows, there's a lot of things I want to do. I loved every day of working on this on this project and having this experience. If I was to do another one, I think it would have to be different in some way to make it, something that I want to do.